Now that you've decided to get good at the strategies that will help develop your test-taking superpowers, the second thing to remember is never let them become anchors. Some questions will work best using one type of strategy, and other questions will work better using another. And a lot of questions on the test will be simple enough to just solve directly. In a case like this, using up precious time by running through a mental list of all the strategies you could use could cost you points. And remember, your most important job on the test is to be a point machine. You want to pick up the most points you can as quickly as possible. So how will you know the best way to use your strategies? You'll become a scientist and experiment with the strategies through dedicated practice. Your dedicated practice will train you to automatically use the quickest way of getting a point. Firefighters are trained to use the best skills for fighting fires by practicing over and over. Then, when the day comes that they actually have to deal with a fire, how do they think in all that excitement? The firefighters say, the training takes over. That's what a grizzled veteran test taker knows. By the time the day of the real test comes around, the training takes over, and you'll often find yourself knowing the best and quickest way to tackle questions without even thinking. You often know right away the best strategy to use, or whether you should even use any test strategy. For example, if you've been practicing your word roots to get ready for your test, you might be in the habit of breaking down words into roots when sometimes you won't need to. A rookie test taker might see this word, and even if she knew what it meant, begin to work out all possible meanings from its roots. Now, if you're not sure about a word, that's a great idea. Knowing your roots can help you pick up a lot of points on the test. But a grizzled veteran test taker wouldn't want to use up any time that she didn't have to. If she already knows what a word means, she'll come up with a word on her own, or at least a sense of what the word means, before looking at the list, and then look for an answer that either matches hers or is a lot like it. Sure, you'll want to go through the other words and be sure that there aren't any better possibilities that you haven't thought of. But to a grizzled veteran test taker, if the right answer is very clear, you pick that answer and move on quickly to save time. And don't waste another second agonizing over whether you've used every possible strategy. Spend time practicing these tests and getting to know them well, and you'll know how and when to use your strategies. When you do that, you'll become like the great pianists who've gotten to know the music so well that their fingers find the right keys lightning fast, without the pianist having to think about it anymore. Use your dedicated practice to learn when and how to use your test strategies, and how to keep them from becoming anchors, and when you sit down for the real test, the training will take over. Let the training take over, and you'll turn yourself into a well-oiled point machine and the Einstein of test taking. Nice work.